So as I mentioned before, there is a API call, and during the API call, you're more than likely to get a format called a JSON format. And I want to discuss this analysis a little bit further because they can give me a lot of new concepts that I haven't introduced you folks yet, and I want you to just to see, because it's really common if you go like handling the API, and then you're most likely to handle a data type called JSON file. Okay, so let's do it. So if they're handling the JSON file, I'm just to comment everything out. Okay, you're handling JSON file. JSON file got a typical format of certain string, okay, and any data type, okay, like a key, and then you can find a specific thing. Key, specific thing. Key is like a dictionary, okay. So this is really ugly and format, and you don't want it. Any string, any. What does that mean? Okay. It's a rare combination of two irrelevant things and cluster that in a sort of array structure. You don't want that. You want to specify, hey, this typical data type that cluster the basic data type together, that put all this basic data type together, is called JSON data type. Okay? So yeah, I think that will serve as a self-explanatory declaration. Say, hey, if you don't know what JSON data type is, this is a JSON data type. It's string and any data type. Okay, I can make an alias just to make it more self-explanatory, more clear. JSON, J-S-O-N, JSON. Well, JSON will be just that string and any. So every time when you declare things, right, you can declare, right, say, hey, I want to put a specific, say, user data, right, and I want to put the data here, okay? So for example, you got API call, and you got a JSON data transfer to your computer. You want to handle that, right? You want to actually print the user, say, user name out. And then that user declared this data type. Of course, if you do not add aliases, you will say a string, any, something like that. But you can just say, oh, this user data will be just a JSON data. JSON data type, JSON data format, if you will, because it's really complex things combined together. So user JSON, right, and then just to put this string, any, string, any, string, any inside. Okay, I'm gonna say, whoa, there's a string, so I can say the name. The name will be you can add anything, right? So right now I'm just testing a string because any include everything. So I can say the name is Lippa, right? I also got a Japanese bootcamp. If you're interested, you can check it out. And then Lippa is Japanese for splendid, right? So age, let's try some integer, right? Age of 100 years old, right? And then I can say whether the user is an active user or not. So is active user, right? So his user have been, logged into the system, for the past 30 days or something like that, right? It's active, true. Yeah, it's a pretty active user. Okay, so basically, there's a boolean, it's an integer, it's a string. Yeah, any. Okay, so yeah, I think that introduces some of the new concepts. Okay, any, and string any, and JSON, right? So once you got that, then you can say, yeah, I want to print out the user information. Okay, I want to get hold of the user, and I want to look that up by using the string. This is like a dictionary. You got the key, and you got the value. You just say, hey, I want to input a certain key and find a certain value. Okay, user. Okay, then you input the key. In key is say, I want to find the user's name. Okay, and if it's not going to find a specific thing, I'm going to say, well, name is unknown. Okay. Okay, another new concept that we're going to talk about that later. Okay, don't worry, run this. You can actually see the result. Yeah, definitely going to find his name Lippa here. Okay, really simple. So basically, you change this really ugly, and if you are not familiar with this kind of data type, to a Typealias JSON, and then you can input that and output that. Really, really, really simple. Okay,